as far as Agony of Defeat being a dominant force in the Iowa music scene,
shit, dude.
Can you tell us about a particularly memorable gig or a performance that you personally experienced with them?
Yeah. We're not dominant, by the way. I appreciate that. I mean, that's nice. Thank you. But that also, to me, makes me feel that, yeah, I don't want that evil on me, man. I just want to be a part, you know? But as far as the memories of a gig or a performance that you personally have experienced, okay, yeah. There was a time we were playing at People's, and we were playing in front of ICP Juggalo fans, and we got there, and the only person that really listened to the Juggalos was our guitar player at the time, who's Marley. He was like, you know, he's like, oh man, they're gonna love us. And we go in, and the whole place is packed, from the front to the back. It was packed, and we, you know, getting on that stage and being a little nervous, but still rocking it. You know, at the end of it, they accepted us, and to hear the whole place say family, that was definitely a memorable gig, you know, because we won them, you know. So that's what that's a great feeling.
That's awesome. That's really awesome. In what ways do you see Agony of Defeat growing in this next year?
So we're trying to aim at festivals at the moment. We're trying to get on bigger shows and stuff like that. But yeah, that's what we're shooting for. As far as growth, you know, like I said, man, these songs would still exist if no money was made. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna continue to release content and continue to grow within the band as far as performances and stuff like that. But as far as a social, who's checking us out, who's listening, that's totally on them. So I can't even answer that.
That's fair. I feel that Agony of Defeat fans are some of the most positive and supportive group of fans in our Iowa music scene. With that said, what role do you say AOD community plays in supporting the band's success?
Well, damn, man. Can I just be honest?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yo, if any of our fans are assholes, that's on them, man. You know, we try to be positive as much as possible, but I personally can't be, you know, I don't want to feel like I'm, how would I say this, responsible for somebody else's actions that might have an Agony of Defeat shirt on. But yeah, I'm sure that if they're an AOD fan, whatever happened to the other side was deserved. So
I feel like with AOD fans, they, like when we first played with you guys, it was as long as they see that you're giving it you're 110%, you're laying it all out there, you're passionate, you're having fun. I feel like they just accept that, and I feel like that's why I feel personally that they're a very accepting group of fans, because as long as you're pouring your heart out, they're gonna listen. They're gonna support it.
Oh yeah, I mean,
no matter if they know you or not.
But that's the thing with music, my guy. It's like, yo, there ain't no scoreboard keeping track at the end of the day saying this band scored 17 freaking touchdowns, which is unbelievably ridiculous. But yeah, there's no scoreboard. So music is not objective, and it's subjective, and we just try to bring a good time and bring people together. So that's it. Yeah, that's it, dude.
Respect.
But as far as an AOD fan putting it on one, I'll tell you what, man, a lot of the people that rock us, I'm sure that shit was deserved on the other end. So.
And moving on to your songs here, which song in the entire AOD catalog or repertoire holds the most meaning to you personally, and why is that?
Disposable Validation is probably the one that means a lot to me. But you know, that's just the most memorable one. I remember going to an old store in Marshtown called Odds and Ends. I don't know if you're still there, but if you were there, and if people were there at the time, you know that's a place where you can go ahead and grab your old CDs. You can buy used CDs, stuff like that, and albums and stuff. Well, I saw an Agony of Defeat album within the used rack, and I was just like, what the fuck, dude? I was like, why is somebody reselling my shit? Why did somebody give this up? What the fuck? What did I do? So I was just like, man, that's disposable validation. I said, that's a way of making me feel like, or it is feeling like it's right here, and all of a sudden, just as quicker than shit, you're sold out. So I don't know. I might have looked into it a little bit too much, but I was like, that's disposable validation. So let's write a song about that.
I like that. That's actually really interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like explaining to people what the songs actually mean, though, because they can take it and, interpret it how they want to. But
that's the beautiful thing about music.
That's the original idea from disposable validation.
Okay. And what is one thing you'd like for your audience to take away from your music and your performances live on stage?
First off, if you want perfection, buy the CD. If you're wanting to see us live and we're jumping up and down and we're getting down with it, punk rock, man. But I want people to honestly, I just want people to come together, and that's ultimately why I do it. So
mentioned working with Jared with Head PE, as he will be featuring on one of the newer Agony of Defeat tracks. What was it like working with Jared, and how did your guys' relationship even come to be?
Well, first of all, I'm gonna be honest as fuck. All right, because that's just how I am. Jared from Head PE is a great guy, but I do see a lot of things in this scene. It's like they try to clout chase like a motherfucker. All right, so I'm just gonna be honest. It was strictly business with Jared and I. So, and that's how it is right now. And more props to that guy because he's doing his side of the business. Eminem doesn't get free beats from Dr. Dre. You get what I'm saying? But so it was strictly business. He reached out on Facebook and he was just like, "Hey, I'm doing features." He ended up doing 9 features with 9 different bands, and we ended up being able to be drawn into that and him do a feature with us. So he picked us as one of those bands.
That's awesome.
And yeah, so we spoke over email, stuff like that, and it was that. But do I go over to his house for Thanksgiving? I don't. I'm not gonna mislead anybody. But yeah, so I thought it was really cool of him though to be accepted in that point, to be like, oh, my music is good enough. So what I wrote and what Joey Vice wrote was able to be like, hey, this is good enough for us, to take a look at it. And I was very happy about that. But as far as him being like on a show with us or something like that, maybe, those talks are around, but it was a great feeling to feel like I had the cosign, because he even got at me and he was like, dude, that was a great written song. Those are some great riffs. And he was like, you got any more? And I no bullshit, I was just like, what?
That's awesome.
That's cool.
That is really cool. And did you grow up idolizing the Head PE guys?
I grew up respecting. So idolizing is very, put no idols above, but I grew up respecting him because of his lyrical content, the way he uses his vocals and his voice as an instrument. So I was and the topics that he was talking about, to me, I related with. So yeah, I thought him co-signing off on my song and being on it, that was that was badass. It was a good feeling.
And so with him featuring on an AOD song, if you could fill a featured guest spot for just one song for any band, what band would that be for you?
Me?
Yeah.
What am I doing? Vocals, guitar?
Whatever you feel comfortable with. If you were to feature on it, would you want to do guest vocals? Would you want to do a guitar part or solo, or where would you see yourself?
Because I program drums too, so that. No. God, you know everybody knows this. That the people that are watching this are gonna know who I'm gonna say. And if you don't know, you haven't been paying attention. All day. You know, if I could get a song